What's up guys, it's Mr. D Proxy here, where all my decks are proxies because I'm too broke to buy the actual cards. And today's deck profile, it's my first deck profile on this channel, is Magnolia post set 4. Let's start things off here, alright? So, standard, from what you can see on everything, in almost every single Magnolia deck guys, they play the Magnolia starter, Rampart Chain, Black Tears, and the Magnolia card. So, I'm explaining why, from what I know. Okay, so first of all, starter, because it fits the Magnolia card. Rampart Chain can plus you really early on. It's really good, but it wouldn't really use, from my experience, I wouldn't really use the skill if you don't have an order in hand. Then if you discard it set order, next turn you write Black Tears, add it to your hand. Then Magnolia, oops, let me get that to frame real quick. Then Magnolia, because it is cool, it's still a really good boss unit, can plus you with Inlet Pulse Dragon in your first grade 3 ride, really solid, really solid. Then for onto the main deck, we play 4 Magnolia Elder, because it is the main, it is the new boss unit. Let's just change that real quick. There we go. Now it is the main boss unit because it's cool, right? So basically, since when this unit is placed on D, you get to call 1 card from the soul, and that's really good. Get our pieces out on its on that turn. Essentially, what I noticed with this deck is that if it goes second, the win rate decreases a lot. If it goes first, it's almost guaranteed win in every single game. It is second skill is if you have 1 or more cards in your soul or in your rear card with Magnolia in its card name, all units can intercept and attack from back row, and they get +5. So yeah, that's what makes it so good and scary. So the just really good. I started there, Lamau. Then for all the other grade 3 you play is Inlet Pulse Dragon. So first skill is for flag work only. Second skill is at the end of the turn, if your total attack was 4 or more, which is every turn for the Magnolia Rye, put this here into your soul and draw 1 card. So essentially, it's gonna happen, right? For your first Magnolia turn, so let's say we have like, what, 3 flag works up in here, right? So this is so, I don't have enough space. Alright, so this is going to swing, it's gonna swing. When Magnolia swings, give this back row attack, it swings. At the end of the turn, you put all these flag works into soul, and you plus 3, you draw 3. Insane card. Plussing in this deck is really nice because draw power is insane to see. Now that's basically it. And for grade 2s, Glunacia. Now before, a lot of people have been saying don't run Glunacia because we need CB for Magnolia, but now Magnolia Elder doesn't require CB. Poggers. Essentially, Glunacia's skill is back row regards. With its attacks can have +1. Choose one of your other regards and it gets its power. Right, so let's take a look here, right? So let's say this is our position right now. So Magnolia is gonna swing, check, over trigger, give it to Glunacia. Glunacia swings, CB, give it its power. Oh my god, it has 100 million as well. Swing, or what you can do is you can play, you have like, I don't know, a second Glunacia, so you get Vanguard swing, over trigger, give it to this one, CB, give it to this one, CB, give it to this one. Now all 3 of these units have 100 million power and it's insane. Really good card. I don't think running less than 4 is good. Run 4 of it. Glunacia is best card. Alright. Next, we play 3 Panther and 3 Gabbard. Now, essentially, I see a lot of people playing 1 Gabbard instead of more than 1. And I can see why, because it's useless towards early game, but the guard restrict is really good. And a lot of people are saying, what's the point of using its full potential if your opponent knows that Gabbard is coming and they won't call down as much? Essentially, what's gonna happen there is that they won't call down as much, so their turn will be less scary because they'll have less pieces. So obviously, who would call it grade 1 unless it's for boosting or for plussing or anything? But if they do call it grade 1, essentially next turn we can restrict them from using PGs because the skill is when another unit in the same column attacks, so +1, so it gets +10k, and choose all of your opponent's regards, and your opponent cannot call to the Guardian Circle with the same grade as that call. So epic. Then we play 3 of Panther. Essentially, the first skill, never really used it. Second skill, +5, 19 on a Magnolia turn. So yeah, just more power. For a Fox, self-explanatory. Pluses, +10 itself. Then resist to our entire column. Really cool. On the Magnolia other turn, it wouldn't the resist wouldn't really activate unless you like sent back like I don't know like 3 Flagbergs. So yeah. Then for grade ones, the only grade ones you play is PG, Bada Boom Boom, and 4 Spiritual Body Condensation. I used to play Wild Intelligence. However, I don't like milling in this deck. So the only deck I like milling on is VANGUARD, like Premium with Blue Espada. But this deck I don't really like the milling. Most of the times, in most of the games when I used to play with Wild Intelligence, I used to mill like my triggers and stuff. So my turns are less scary. In one turn, I did mill all 16 of my triggers. With actually no, not mill all 16. Is that it just decreased, just sacked all my triggers off because of Wild Intelligence. So plus it costs a CB. I don't like CBs. For trigger lineup, we play that 1 crit that goes to soul and pluses. That's right. 8 crits. Screw the draw triggers. Then we play 4 heals, 3 draws, and 1 of the Stoic KO over trigger. So there you go. Basically it. Pretty fun deck to play. Been winning a lot with these decks. Might even consider bringing it to a tournament. So yeah, that's all for today. See you guys next time. Goodbye.